Ooh. Alright, let's go. Got a lot to do today. Alright. Gonna finish up one of the branch. One more branch, work on Brenda's song, start a new character, new monster. Today we're working on a new monster. That's what I'm gonna hope to get to at the end of this stream. It's gonna be a kind of like a tree troll type of thing. I don't know, we'll make a whole character for him. He's a new character, new monster. He is going to be very adorable, very cute. Alright, but we have to get there first. So, let me go ahead and do something quickly. Let me turn off Discord, so no one can interrupt us as we do our stuff. But, alright, so, here's the shtick. I always have to say this whenever I start a stream so people realize what the hell is going on, alright? I'm working on a project, you have no idea what the hell I'm working on, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm working on, alright? The overall project. It's not going to happen. I can tell you what I am working on currently, I can give you insight of how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it, why I'm doing certain details, but other than that, the overall project and what it is will remain a mystery. And what that means specifically is no one will ever know what exactly I'm working on, genre-wise, or media-wise, until it is officially out. So, during that time, I give everyone full obligation, full availability to literally guess, ask questions, and maybe I'll trip up and like accidentally answer a question that kind of specifies what I'm working on. But the gimmick of this entire art channel is that you don't know what I'm working on. Which also means that when it does come out, this project, it also means that all of the exclusive stuff that will come out, all you will see firsthand. That's enough about me. We'll just get to this art, get to this modeling. Alright, so I'll start by what happened last stream. So basically, in the last stream, I worked on a branch, a different branch for this tree I'm working on called Decrepit Tree. And today I'm working on the third branch. I'm gonna get this thing done, I'm gonna rush it out, you know. And then we'll work on Brenda's song, get her diamond ring done, on her finger. And we'll work on the new latest monster to our arsenal of monsters. And did I say arsenal? I mean arsenal. An actual arsenal. We got monsters. We got a lot of monsters. We got leech ghouls, walking trees, centaur pegasuses. Got a lot of everything. Which will, of course, be presented in due time. Let's see here. Not too concerned about how I place this, or these leaves, like last time. Just get... oh, God. It's gonna make this simple. Simple as it is. And for my modeling friends out there who are wondering, what is he doing? How is he doing this? Or not how he's doing this. What is the plan? I'm gonna use an ID map for the tree. Simple as that. You know, create this high poly, get a image plane, mask it over, whatnot, UV the image plane, put a colored Lambert on the high poly, and just simply, you know, get a ambient occlusion, opacity map on there and mask out the, you know, all the, what do we call it, all of the, like, space on the, image planes. For those who don't know, imagine a cookie cutter, right? You have a cookie cutter, right? It could be a star, circle, whatever, Christmas tree, whatever, right? Basically, that is what an ID map is kind of for. That's your cookie cutter. Cuts the shapes out of your models for you. During texturing. ID maps can be used for a whole lot of other things, but that's what I'm going to be using for this tree. I know there's like probably like 1,000 other methods I could do, but that's the method I'm going to be working with because honestly, it sounds the most viable. All right, so. Keep it up. Now, I want to talk more about this monster I'm working on next. I have some reference for it. I have some reference I'm using. And... In fact... Hold on. Let me finish off this here and I'll show y'all what I'm working with. So, what comes to all my characters and whatnot that I'm working on, that I'll be showing and modeling on for my streams, all of them have been thought up very thoroughly. Very, thoroughly as in I written descriptions for them, basically. I know their looks, figure, height, weight, looks, hair color, eye, whatever. All the fucking details, right? Even if they're missing a thumb, I put in there that this guy's missing a thumb. You know, all the details, everything important. Because I feel like having like written and visual representation of what someone looks like is like the best thing ever, you know? Because with written, I find that you actually have more creative control over it, you know? If you go for a reference, like an actual image reference, it can work, it can definitely help. Don't get me wrong. However, what can end up happening is you end up pigeonholing yourself and just doing something specific. Or trying to be specific about it. And me, well, I don't mind if I pigeonhole myself, but I like to have creative control of everything. So I used Photoshop's new generation tool to create a monster based on my concept. Now, I also want to press on this too, or specify on this too. I get a lot of people ask me, not on stream, but friends, when they ask me about AI art. They ask, are you scared of it? And the true answer is, I'm not. Alright? There's still a place for real art. Alright? There's still a place for real art. And just like photography to painters back then in the day, AI is a tool to become better. And that's what I did. Now, I don't use AIR in my work. I definitely don't, like... No. I don't use AIR in my work, per se. The only thing I do with AI arts is make references for myself so I can, you know, take inspiration off of, you know, various designs and whatnot. Because, you know, it could take me... I can either look at a piece of paper, a bunch of, like, written descriptions on there, and get a concept from that. Or I can just plug it in and see what I get. And mix and match with what I want. You know? And this is what I got. This cute little guy right here is what we're going to make. Or work on today. After I get this tree done, after I make the diamond ring for Brenda. Brenda Sweet. I know the character we're working on. So yeah, this guy right here, he's going to be known as the tree troll. Or the forest troll. One of the two. And he's going to be pretty fucking adorable. Alright? Deadly but adorable. And I don't plan on using this guy or this reference of this little guy like full and full or true and true. I do want him to be a little bit less hairy, you know? Maybe lose the horns. The horns seem demonish. Yeah, no, I'm gonna lose the horns. So when I make this guy, this is what I mean by like AR can be used as a tool. So we can have, I want to make this guy right, but I don't want to have those horns. I'm not gonna use those. All right. His little hat thingy, it looks. I mean, it's AI, so it looks fucking weird. But what I can do is make that hat same look of it, same dirty, weird look of it, out of wood, as if this guy created the pieces within the forest, so it looks more primitive. Same for his clothing here. It's not going to be like this. It might be a little bit more forged, basically. I have some mushrooms growing out on the sides of it, you know. It's going to be like this guy's like living in like a dumpster, basically. It's going to be kind of messed up, but also kind of adorable, you know. But anyway, let's get back to this. So, same concept that we had with the other tree. I pull up that reference. Branch ref. Hold up. So basically, I remember in the last stream, I called the leaves branches. These aren't branches. These are leaves. All right. So I know what I'm doing. All right. So we made this in MS Paint last stream, going over the idea of what we're gonna do here with the branch. Basically, we're going to make these larger leaves part of the beginning parts of these larger, closer branches, because these branches are more healthier, or more well grown. We'll have the medium-sized leaves on the end, and taking up the first parts of the next two branches, and have the smaller leaves, which would be, hold on, which would be this, take up the, oops, the branches at the very end. That way we have a nice, even coat of leafage going on. Leafage. Suffix. Pronoun, whatever. Prefix. Alright, so let me do this quickly. These end parts here are going to be pretty simple in my opinion, so I'm going to just do that right now. Alright. Alright. Tilt that down. Alright. Our last one. These end parts here are going to be pretty simple. Plus, I think the last branch we did last stream also had a lot of like small leaves on the end, so this is good for diversity's sake. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. Go close, do this. So the method that I'm using is basically going to be like creating a piece of paper and just having the details be masked on, basically, or not masked on, I guess, if I can just really plaster it on. If you ever play a game, right? A game that has a lot of foliage to it, or plants, or a jungle level, or whatever the fuck, right? You'll notice that leaves and like the bushes, whatever the hell, a lot of it is very flat. If you look at it and really examine it from a distance, it doesn't look like that, because it might really just be an HD quality image being projected. Which, to be fair, I mean that's every fucking game. Like textures you see are literally just PNGs. Like if you look in a game like Puppet Master, let's just say, all the models you look at in that game are PNGs on a 3D model, just like any other game. And this same method for foliage, like trees and whatnot, also can be applied towards hair. So what I'm doing right now could theoretically go a long way with hair too. Although hair is more or less constructed with textures more than just in the actual model itself. Can be with a high poly, but you can very much well get it done easier, or pretty easily with a, let me call it pretty easy with a bit of normal maps. Normal and height maps. And, of course, AO, or ambient occlusion. Alright, so, let's go ahead and do this. I wonder. Let me do this quickly. Is my Discord going to be exposed? Probably. Yes, it is. Let me do this first. Alright, cool. I don't mind if my Discord thing gets exposed, but I would prefer that it didn't. At least yet. I mean, eventually I'm gonna make a Discord server for all of this. But as of right now, I am happy with what I have. Maybe if the community, I do have a Discord actually already made that I want to use for the community. The only thing is though, is that I don't know if I like want to bring it out yet, because like the community isn't so big, of course, right now. And, you know, if we get to like, once we get to like 100 followers, or if we get like, not followers, never mind. If we get to like 10 or so congruent viewers or so at some point, I might consider making a Discord server. or using one of the ones I already have made and just making a 3D sandwich of community out of it, out of this this entire thing. Because I would like to be able to talk to people, or my viewers. I could talk to them here actually, but it's like I want to, like, you know, figure out what kind of art projects everyone's doing, you know, if any. Oh, hey, Acidus Jester. I'm pretty sure I butchered your name. Sorry for that. How's it going? Acidus Jester. I wonder how much my Discord or my stream is being delayed. Cause I realize when I used to stream back then, whenever I would ask a question, I wouldn't get an answer back in like 5 minutes. I'm like, what was the question? Pretty good, man. Just chilling in the barracks. For real? I could imagine. But yeah, let's see here. But yeah, eventually I want to make a Discord server for another community here. Once I do have a big enough community. Nice. How is that? How is that, Jester? Let's see here. The only thing I have to worry about if I make a Discord server is like we call it the fun is mandatory, so it's alright, I guess. Okay. Yeah. I could imagine. But yeah. Another thing is, I think will be kind of interesting if you make a Discord server for the Twitch and whatnot, is like, if people ask what I'm working on. Oh, so basically I'm working on a tree. And the gimmick of my entire Twitch thing is that I will never display the overall project, alright? You may know if you're from my Discord, or you are friends with me on Discord, I may have told you already, but the gimmick of this Twitch stuff is that I will never reveal what the overall project is. That is up to mystery. Yeah. Specifically though, this tree is for like a environment that I'm working on. It's this blue honey vendor shop that I'm working on. I have to make a character for that. Well, in the last few streams I have been working on a character called Brenda Sweets. She's this old lady who has a dark past, probably. I don't know yet. Find out. Later on today, after I finish this tree, this branch, go back to her character and work on her wedding ring. Because she is married, and I gotta make sure that she represents. But yeah. Let's see here. Move this up. But yeah, in my about section on my Twitch, I have the shtick of like what is gonna happen here, and what it means by me not disclosing the overall project is this could be for anything. A game, animation, movie, TV series, YouTube shorts, and whatever. It can be for absolutely anything, but I will never display what it is. And that's the beauty of this Twitch. Just that constant mystery. Because Twitch channels die, or our Twitch channels mostly die. And so I'm trying to spice things up to avoid that. Because this project that I'm working on, I've been working on for like 2 years now. And I figured I gotta get a following eventually, so I figured let's try this. Let's see what happens. Let's see here. But yeah. What I can say though is this project, the genre of it is going to be this medieval fantasy style, you know, monsters, magic, you know, so eventually on my stream here I'm going to be working on a lot of those projects. In a bit after I finish this, then Brenda Sweet's wedding ring thing, I'm working on a monster character I'm calling either the tree troll or the forest troll. Basically just a small little fucker. Sorta. It'll feel like it. It'll feel like one, but what's kind of funny too, what actually might be a dead giveaway too, is the fact that, like, depending on what project I'm working on, other 3D modelers will know what I'm working on, because, like, in various contexts of, like, projects, there are certain guidelines we're supposed to, like, follow when it comes to certain projects. Like, you're supposed to do things differently if it's for an animation or a game, or a video game. So it's like, if someone comes on and is like, oh, he's trying to go underneath 4,000 polygons, or some sort of technical term, right? They might be thinking, oh, it's for a video game or some shit like that, you know? So it's like, I have a feeling at some point someone is going to get it. But same time, I think this is a project that not even like 3D modelers would expect to see in this platform as a 3D art style. So it's like, I have to watch out for, like, a lot of things that I do, because people experience will damn well know. They will see the signs. In fact, I guess that's, like, literally how people, like, come to find out if people do end up theorizing. Imagine that. If someone, like, literally goes off and, like, learns how to do some 3D modeling stuff to figure out what the hell I'm working on, that would be insane. At the same time, it'd be pretty cool. That would mean that would mean for this project, I would have caused someone to, like, be viable to get a game design job. It's like, what the hell? Game design, 3D animation, or whatever the hell. I feel like if you go for 3D anything, you are susceptible to being able to do a lot of media. Game design, animation, or whatever. I've always wanted to pick up modeling. I love creating things, never got around to it though. Yeah, 3D modeling is very time consuming. And I don't want to say it's not for everyone, but, you know, because of how, like, technical everything is, exactly, it's tedious. It's tedious, but it's one of those things where it's like, it's so technical that once you get it, you just, we call it the more you get, the more you want to create more. At least that's for me. Like, I know how to rig, I know how to do all this other stuff right. So I'm like, I want to make something, I want to do something. But yeah. What else do a lot of people do? I have, like, in the past, and I'm not ashamed to say that none of it went well, because all of them kind of quit. But I have, like, done my fair share of, like, trying to teach others how to do 3D modeling online. You know? People would be interested, and I would just, you know, give them pointers. I feel like that's the general consensus for most peers. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. But yeah. I tried to get, like... Granted, these are people who wanted to go into 3D art in the first place, so it wasn't, like, forcing them into it. But, like, they would ask me for tips, right? And every single time, I would experience someone just diving into 3D art. They would always take on some big project, basically. Like, something like just so big. I learned how to make RPG, Freeze RPG, NVM. Nice. Yeah, that's also the thing too, game logic. And, like, learning how players just simply react. You know, because, like, when it comes to, like, any game, it doesn't matter what it is, alright? You are gonna get players who will either hate the game, love the game, not know how to play the games, and all types of people. But yeah, I think I started with RPG Maker 2 back in the day. Didn't get used to it. Didn't do much with it. But I remember, like, using a little bit of that and hopping from that to in Blender. I know they don't mix, but, like, just to get a simple grasp on the concept, because, we call it, I too was one of those guys who started off with a gigantic project, not realizing how big it would be, and then giving up halfway. Just like everyone who I have ever met who has gone into 3D, they have always literally just tried to do the most challenging thing possible, you know, just roughing it out, and realize that, hey, maybe I should start small. I feel like all creators or all artists cross that curve at some point. But for 3D artists, it is like the first thing everyone does. It's like the donut, right? The donut guy on YouTube for Blender. It's like yeah, that's good. The donut's good. Yeah, basically. They skipped the donut blender or blender donut. This is one person. Now, I'm not going to try out this person out, because I admire everyone's... That type. Yeah. That donut is, like, the most common tutorial I think everyone in the 3D modeling space knows about. It's kind of crazy. A donut. But yeah. Because, like... I don't want to out this person, because I admire this person's, like, will to want to go super crazy with modeling, because literally, you know, you might as well, right? If you know how to make some... The way I see it is, like, modeling takes a long time regardless. So in my opinion, why not shoot for something amazing, right? I can either make, I can make an arsenal of weapons, right? But I can also make a blacksmithing station or blacksmithing shop to support and hold and store those weapons. You know, going above and beyond. And I feel like this person was doing just that, but the wrong time. So basically, This person wanted to create a cave with a dragon inside. A dragon, a sword, and a cave. Basically, like a dungeon boss area. With water, like on the bottom, basically, so it'd be like stepping stones or skipping stones to get across to the boss area, basically. And I'm like, this person hadn't modeled anything in this person's life, right? So it was like, to me, I'm like, that sounds amazing. I wasn't gonna say it wasn't gonna work though, but I'm like, live and learn. You'll find out, and eventually, you'll go find out about the donut. And this person did. Found out about the donut, made a few things, learned that this person needed to start small, don't be so reckless. And even after, very cool way to think about that. Weapons, blacksmith. Yeah, exactly. I feel like that is what kind of separates a lot of like modelers, you know. Or artists. It's like, yeah, you can make a bird, but what's cooler than a bird? What do birds have in common? You know, nature, sunset, city, ocean. Making the sun. How about an ocean over, whatever. You like painting the sun? How about the sun over the ocean? You know, you get all those vibrant colors. You know, if you take a concept and you put it to something else, generally it has this spark to it. You know. And you learn a lot more. Because I could just make a tree and say, well, there it is, that's the tree, have fun. You know. But this tree is going to be for a particular environment. And also making multiple branches, so I'm going to be able to use this tree multiple times. Without having it look all samey. But yeah. What also is kind of cool about, like, the learning curve of 3D modeling is that you really get a good grasp on how games are made, to the point where it almost ruins your perspective of video games and animation. It's like, whenever I would, like, scale a building or something like that in Dying Light, I would think, man, this detail is amazing, the modeling must have took so long. You find out that it's then I find out that no, it's not modeled in. It's literally just a height and normal map texture that messes with the light that shines, or how light affects the actual model. And I'm like, so it's not modeled in. It's literally just a PNG that reacts to light being reflected onto it. That's why there's a brick texture there. Then I realize this is just a fucking image plane. This is just a flat surface. It's not modeled in. It's not anything like that. It's like, the fuck? Then I realized everything I knew about games was a lie. I was deceived. I was broken. No. I was broken. I was betrayed. No. Helps promote informity as well, because you could use a lot of great or free great assets online. But then say you commission a weapon or two for your shop, now all of a sudden it's silent or also on top of each other. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know how many times I remember too, in college, right? In college, we all were still learning, by the time our junior year, all of us were still learning, like, low polys and high polys, basically, and what is considered to be a lot of polygons and what ain't, right? And I feel like everyone has that first question of modeling is like, what am I doing here, you know? How many polygons do I need, right? I remember learning so fast that, you know what, we don't need a lot of polygons, because we can just make this entire wall just this one box, right? No, all it is just 2 polygons, right? Just a single quad. We can make a whole building out of this. Everyone thought I was crazy. It was like, no, you can't. We need to like model in the windows, the doors, and everything. This wasn't going to be an open and closed area. You know, people weren't. I mean, at the time, we were working on the level designs in Unity, and our job was to create this little building, basically. And it was basically just for a street. And the street was supposed to be for a game design aesthetic, basically. Right? So if we add in the details for like a window, door, everything else, right, this would be a lot of polygons, especially if this is going to be for a street. You can use LODs to limit the polygons and textures like per distance, but at the end of the day, it'd be a lot better if we just use a simple plane and some normal maps and, you know, height maps. And everyone was like, that's not gonna work. It worked. I went on there and I messed with some AO maps. I literally drew these AO maps in Photoshop, applied it to the image plane, because it was literally just a quad. Like, I could literally just draw the normal map or the details of the normal map in Photoshop and just import it, basically, without having to go through the whole process and Substance Painter. And I'm like, you see that? Like, Jesus Christ. I feel like that's also another thing too. Like, learning what is effective, what's efficient. Because a lot of times I see people just doing a godly amount of work when that work would take vast less time if they did it like in a certain method, basically. I remember one time, right? We were making level designs in one of our classes, right? And someone, not that I'm trying to out people or shame anyone, because all of us were learning at the time, you know? It's good to do this stuff because you learn the hard way. Which, I had to do that more than once. But anyway, I saw this one guy spend countless hours making every single brick of a brick wall. Every single one. And away with some simple methods. Oh yeah. You know what, here? I want to show this off, actually. Just to show off, I guess. I don't know. MP40. Oh, let me just quickly. It was a brick wall, basically. Every single brick. And I'm not just talking about just stacking the bricks up on top of each other like normal maps. Every single brick had a high poly. And it was all different. Like, he would do this, our teacher would tell us, oh, if you want to make something look natural, have like 5 variants of it, right? And normally what he meant was like, oh, if you're gonna have like silverware or plates or some sort of design, like a painting or whatever the hell, like in a room or something like that, right? You probably should have like variants of that, right? Because if you're gonna have a house, right, you're gonna have some paintings, right? You're probably gonna want to have 5 different paintings on the wall. That's what he meant, right? If you're gonna have like a wall texture, make variants of it. Maybe the wall where it's like dirty, damaged, clean, because you never know. You might want to add some wear and tear to the level, because, you know, that adds diversity, that adds flavor. This guy thought, literally, I have to make every single brick count. When, in actuality, once you really get down to the nitty-gritty of game design, nobody is going to notice. And even if this guy made just the perfect brick wall without all that high poly work, it would just make no difference. And I feel like, at the same time, it is very, very important to go through that process at the beginning, because you learn. This ain't right. This is some bullshit, basically. The other problem is, too, is like, we'd call it, The other issue is that sometimes they really don't understand and just quit 3D modeling because they think they're doing the wrong thing, or they think this is how it has to be. It's like, damn it, we lost another. Alright, here, let me change screens real quickly. Alright. Hold on. I try to keep, like, my main monitor present. Whoops. There we go. So basically, this is the MP40 that I worked on a couple days ago. Or I finished a couple days ago, right? And instead of... This is when it was baked, basically. With the high poly. Right? And there's, like, hardly any details on here to really take up, you know, what would be the overall details, right? So, after doing the ambient occlusion, the entire modeling work, right, with the normal maps and whatnot, I get this, you know? No high poly with, like, extensive details required. Wasn't required, didn't need it, I made my own type with normal maps. Height maps, normal maps with a height to normal map filter in Substance Painter. You can do a lot with normal maps. You know, it's insane. I think, yeah. No, thank you. Yeah, it's the new weapon we're adding to this one game. It's gonna be cool and possibly broken, because we've had a lot of people in this one game we're working on kind of, what do you call it, they always like talked about like how the game is unbalanced. Once we have that gun to the game, because we don't have any other automatic weapons in the game. The only weapons we have, technology's our friend, tech do the work, I must, yeah, exactly. That's also the thing too, you know, it's like, we call it, when it comes to this tree, like, I know I have like multiple options when it comes to making this, right? I could literally have just gone online, find a PNG of like some sort of branch, right, and just have this thing be that. But for what this project is going to be for, the overall project, which I'm not going to disclose, what I have to have this for is for literally both situations of it needing to be a plane and a just normal high poly in the map, a textured high poly. But yeah, that M40 though, it's going to be either people are going to love it or hate it, because one thing I learned about game design is people don't know what the hell they want half the time. It's so great. It's so interesting. Because, like, we call it, in this game I'm working on, or helping out with, I would say, called Puppet Master. Basically, it's an asymmetrical horror game, right? And a lot of people are, we call it, they're saying that both factions in the game, one person will say that one faction in the game is unbalanced, and someone else will say the opposite, basically, you know? We have humans and puppets. Some people will say, oh, human is too powerful. They'll have other people saying, oh, but puppet is too powerful. And the game's unbalanced. So there's like no winning, basically, you know? If we buff or nerf anyone. And the thing is, we don't have an automatic weapon in the game yet. All we have is a pistol and a shotgun. And they think the game is busted already. Now, I don't think the game is too busted. I think it's literally just people not knowing how to play the game. Because we don't really have a tutorial out to play the game. But once they find that automatic weapon in the game, they're going to be really questioning life, probably. I think it'll be a big hit for like the experienced players, but the new players who get a hold of that gun, or the, what do you call it, the experienced players who get a hold of this gun is gonna have a field day with the new players. And there's nothing we can do about it. So it's like, y'all want more content, here it is. I feel like it's also a thing to worry about too, or not worry about, to kind of like, call it keep in mind when it comes to game design. It's like, you can do the most marvelous update to your game. There will always be someone who hates it, you know? And goddamn, I actually take pride, or not pride, I actually take great entertainment value to reading negative reviews on the game. Not because I want the game to fail, but because of all the absurd comments that people leave on the game. It's not good for the game entirely, or at all. However, what people complain about is so hilarious to me. No doubt, but that's why you test, lol, and yeah. Just to add in a little experience, I had a game dev. Interesting field because all the small things the player don't notice, you essentially... Sorry for typos. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. Little experience I had, and interesting field because all the small things that players don't notice, yet so essential to the game work. Yeah. Also, what's kind of funny is that in Puppet Master we have, which I think Puppet Master is an amazing game. All right. And we have 86% positive reviews for a reason, right? The game is absolutely amazing. And I'm not just saying that because I worked on the game, I'm saying that because I put 100 hours in the game already. Alright, the game is fun, I love it. I love playing as puppets, going around, killing people, it's fucking amazing, it's cool. When you are literally just a prop artist for a game and you already spent more hours in that game than you probably did working on other projects, that's when you know the game is actually pretty fucking good. The problem is we have new players, right? Because the game officially came out a couple days ago. Or a week ago, basically. And the thing is we have players, new players in the game, who are literally dying to experienced players, right? And so we have people who've been playing the game for like 10 minutes. We'll go up against people who've been playing the game for 1,000 hours. Wait, I think... Exactly. Dunk, yeah. We all saw that. We all kind of laughed at the video. But yeah. We call it it's one of those cases where it's like, you can't win no matter what you do. Because, like, the thing is, right, we have players who are playing the... Oh, fuck. We have people who have been playing the game for like 10 minutes to an hour, right? They're just learning the game, figuring shit out. They're playing the puppets, playing the humans, dying a bunch, learning how the game handles, right? That's all good and whatnot. To them, not really, because they want to win, right? When they lose, they go online and they leave like bad reviews because they think the game is broken. In actuality, what's happening is that they're playing with players who have been playing the game for 100+ hours. We have one guy in the Discord server, the October Games Discord server, who has been bragging respectfully, and honestly, he deserves it. All the bragging rights. Who has been bragging about playing the game for 1,000 hours. He literally has a video up right now on YouTube about perk tier lists. Puppet tier lists. He streams the game like almost every week. He has a video out displaying how to play the game and how to work with the perks that you can acquire for puppets and humans. And this guy is amazing at the game. He's not a dick by any means. He's just really good at the game for a legitimate reason. And if anyone else, any of the other players were in his shoes, they'd also be good at the game too. So it's like, it's almost contradictory to, you know, go on the game, play for 10 minutes, die, and leave the game, leave a bad review on the game. But we can't fix that, of course. We can fix that, probably. But the way we are, or we're suggested to fix it, holds almost no actual resolution to the problem. Because think about it, right? If we modify characters to have buffs, right? Let's say we buff a player or a puppet to become stronger towards the other team, right? Well, now the players who have been playing the game for 1,000+ hours now can utilize that to kick the people who've been playing the game for 10 minutes ass, right? All the inexperienced players will get their ass kicked more if we buff a player, but they'll also get their ass kicked more if we nerf a player. So there is really no way to really kind of balance this out now. The only way we can really, the only real solution is just to get good. We can't say that because that makes us look like bad developers. Like, it's literally down to that. Just get good. That's literally all it is. We can, like, modify and update the humans and puppets all we want, but no matter what we do, someone on the scale is going to get... Someone on the scale is going to eat shit either way. And it's not really a complaint by me, I just think it's hilarious where we're at right now. Because we are in a situation where everyone's getting their ass kicked, and nobody's enjoying it. It's like, what the fuck? Game that interesting feel, a lot of variables, addressing. Exactly. And the best part is, we have a single player mode in the game to teach players how to play the game, right? It shows them how to play the puppets, test out perk sets, look at skins if they want to, test out puppets' moves, learn the map layouts, right? We have literally, like, excuses for players to do that. Information. Yeah, I gotta make the hit time before controls. Okay. Alright, well, thanks for sticking around, Jester. I'll probably see you later. Have fun in the tree, doing great. Thank you. But yeah, as I was saying, to whoever else is here, I keep the viewers hidden, by the way, so if no one else is here, you're gonna hear me talk to no one. Basically, what's kind of funny, or what I think is funny about all of this, is that we really can't do anything about this. Because no matter what we do, we have a tutorial. We basically have a single player mode that acts as a tutorial for the game, right? And in that tutorial, we have a system where players have to go around and find these Raven statues. And that is to literally show the player, or have the player walk around and explore the map, to learn the map, to prepare themselves for the multiplayer experience. We also have a bunch of other objectives in the single player map. We have to kill the human player, or you have to kill the human bots, then you have to go off and collect a statue, basically. And usually, collecting a statue requires you to go through an event. On. Get some water. I can feel myself dying. Alright. So basically, the single player modes in Puppet Master are literally to trick out and show the player what and how to play the game. Test out puppets, player perks, all that jazz. You know, it's perfect. I play the single player mode all the time, honestly, because it really does allow you to test out your perks, see how characters and puppets work, and generally get a feel before you hop into multiplayer and get your ass kicked. Because getting your ass kicked happens. You know, I mean, goddamn. But here's the thing. We have, like, literally excuses in single-player mode to have players go around and explore. everything you do in single player mode rewards you XP to go off and get perks, skins, everything else. While also doing the objectives, you also get the ability to learn how to go through vents, find shit, explore the map, how to kill the human player. All that shit. And people are like, oh, you guys need a tutorial. When nobody's playing the single player mode. It's like, that is the fucking tutorial. And if nobody's gonna play the fucking single player mode, what the fuck shot do we have of people playing the actual like tutorial? Some people might, but to a large degree, it would be a small amount of people probably. Now I still think, I think though, a tutorial level would be pretty cool, honestly. I feel like it would help people out. Some people. Problem is, we gotta figure out how to help out everyone. Which I think the only way to do so is to literally just... what do we call it? The way to do that, I literally think it would come down to just having players be able to learn how to play the game passively. In a passive sense. Or better yet, change single player mode, or better yet, you know what we can do? Or what I could bring up? Or suggest? I could literally suggest to change the name of single player mode to demo mode, right? Single player mode is in the game referred to as Too Long's journal. We go around and collect journal entries for completing missions, whatnot, or objectives. But we can have a little disclaimer underneath it, or somewhere in the game, displaying that this is the damn demo. This is the tutorial. I don't think it would work as well, but at least we wouldn't have to make a whole new fucking, like, setup stage, you know? I don't think it would work, but it wouldn't hurt to try. Like, god damn. Then again, actually, you know what? I have seen a lot of people... I have seen a lot of, like, streamers and whatnot, like, play, single player mode and get absolutely lost. I remember one time, not to this guy's, fault, because he was literally learning the map. But it took this one guy, like, 2 hours to finish just the main level of the game. Now, although he did learn the map, still, I could read this guy's face. You know? I'm like, this guy, I hope he sticks around, because he sounded cool and whatnot, but at the same time, I'm like, damn it. We're losing him. But yeah. Still, though, I think the game is very fun. And anyone here who hasn't played Puppet Master yet should go play Puppet Master. It is a fun game, and we have content coming out soon. More content. Actually, I'm not going to say soon. We have content coming out. I'm not going to say soon. I'm not going to put any pressure on the game or anyone working on the game, alright? We have content coming out. Eventually. There you go. Save. I don't want to, like, overdo it, you know? And be like, yeah, we have everything coming out. We have the entire full moon production. No. We are... I mean, October game... I wouldn't even call myself, I'm basically... I'm just a guy who makes assets for the game. Weapons, environments, or environment props. So, like, I mean, I guess, yeah, I kind of... Actually, fuck it, yeah, whatever. I'll call myself a part of October Games. See what happens, see if I get any messages. A strong word letter. You aren't part of this guild. But, you know. No, the game's fun. It's very enjoyable. To me, at least. But yeah. Let's see here. Oh, it's watching me. Cool. Alright. Let's go. I want to finish this goddamn bush up. You know what, we might actually skip Brenda Sweet today to work on the monster character. Actually, yeah, in 20 minutes I'll see how much I can get done with this tree. Then we'll move on to the tree troll guy. Really bring this stream home. Let's see here. Also, I'm thinking about uploading my VODs to Twitch or YouTube. Making little tiny modeling videos. Or talk about things, or address things that talk about. But yeah. Let's see here. Because I talk a lot on my streams, because I do want to have like content that I can produce, or little videos that I can produce on YouTube, you know? Because modeling is such an amazing journey. And I feel like everyone has a story to tell. Everyone has a journey, no matter what art it is, right? And I feel like if I put in my input on everyone's journey and what they have done and whatnot, and where they are in art, it might help people out. Either a struggling artist who doesn't know what to do, or someone who is trying to get into art but doesn't know where to start. And all I'll say is that when it comes to all of that, I want this channel to be I want this channel to be a learning channel, as well as a front for advertising my my project. You know. God. Sorry. All right. Let me do this real quickly. Go ahead and do a poly group. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, there we go. Cool. There we go. Nice. Oh shit. Huh. Interesting. Alright. Well, it's fine. You know what I can call... Actually, never mind. I think they actually exist. I was gonna say, I can call this the almond tree. It produces weird fucking shaped almonds. Then I realized, wait a minute, that exists probably. Mesh partially. Okay, just reveal it all. Go ahead. Oh god. God, I've been sick for the past few days. More of a cough, basically. Which, being on YouTube or being on Twitch probably isn't helping my situation out, but goddamn. Let's see here. What else doesn't help is that a couple of days ago, I literally was outside. What also doesn't help out in the slightest is that I was outside a couple of days ago at a casino for Mother's Day because they have this like really cool. Where I live by, they have this really cool buffet area. But yeah, and I stopped by a smoke shop on the way there. I didn't smoke. I don't smoke. I want to be clear with that. I don't smoke at all. But goddamn, that place fucking smell like fucking shit. Like holy crap. Like goddamn, do we have to be here any longer? And I'm pretty sure it didn't help me in the slightest. Let me do this quickly. Alright. The hell? Cool. Alright, whatever. Alright. I think after I get this large leaf thing done, I'm gonna move on to another project. Specifically a character that I want, a tree character. Alright. Gotta finish all the placements for this thing. Oh god. I'm dying. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. God. I think the beauty of modeling to me is that you make something, it's now made. You know? If I make these tree branches right, all of a sudden those branches are just done. I can use them for anything now. Leaves and all. Alright. Let's go ahead and move this to the side. Yes. God. I also want to dress too. When it comes to like what I'm working on, or this entire project, I feel like it's gonna be without saying, but yeah, this is gonna be for like a game, you know? But it's much more than just a average game. It's for a form of media that I don't think anyone who watched my stream will ever see coming. It is not what you think. I promise you that. God. Alright. So I do that. Put that down. Do that. Alright. There we go. And at that, I think I'm going to take a break from the tree and work on something else. Alright. Alright, so how should I do this? Okay, I have an idea. I got this. Alright, so we're gonna work on a new monster. Hold on. Minotaur Coral Reef. Was there a difference? No, there wasn't a difference, okay. Make sure this thing saves. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alright. Go ahead and take a look at Coral Reef. I haven't seen her in a while. I already saved it, so yes, I'm good. Let's check out Coral Reef and see where the hell I left her at. I think she was ready for texturing. Or ready to be, I don't know, I need to, like, bind the bottom of the fins. But... let's see. Not bad. Need to bind everything else together and get her into her, well, she already in her T-pose. But I think eventually I'm working on one character, or eventually I want to get down to texturing at least one character soon. And I've been preparing for this for a long time because I want to have my streams be diverse. I don't want to work on a single tree for weeks, right? I don't want to, because that's going to be boring for y'all, right? So what I have done to prepare for that is I have monsters, I have items we can work on, we have humans. Let's see here. All types of weapons we can work on. Some done, some not done, some almost to being finished. We have environments and whatnot. We have items, or body parts that we can use to make more characters without having to spend a ton of time doing other things. So, see it as this. We are prepared to make anything. This is my bank. This is my bank of stuff. Alright, let's see here. So this... unfortunately, though, for this guy, we're going to have to make a whole new thing, basically. So let's do this. We're going to take this guy into... whoops-a-daisies. We're going to take this guy into... Painter here. And take a look at his figure. So this is what we're going to do. Alright? This man's ears is not gonna work out for us. Cosmic. Oh, I'm gonna butcher your name so bad, watch this. Oh, Cosmic Play Official. Oh, thank you for the follow. I didn't butcher your name that badly. I saw it on the screen and I'm like, that's a... okay. But yeah, well... thank you for following. Cosmic Plays. Nice. I'll remember that. Vincent will remember that. The Telltale thing, whatever. So this guy right here, we're gonna get rid of his ears. We're not gonna use his, we're not gonna make his ears for the model, or his horns, because I don't think he would have them. We are gonna go and go ahead and make his little crown thing here, but it's gonna be more wooden wise, you know, more primitive. Maybe held together with like vines and whatnot, grass, moss on the top here, as in like it's like his eyebrows or some shit, you know, sticking out. It's the best way to say it, yeah. Cosmic plays. But yeah, I think for his eyes, we're gonna keep his. Well, would it be? So this guy's gonna be a tree, forest monster, basically. Would it be too cliche to make his eyes green instead of the white? Yeah, I got top Maya. 3ds Max is pretty good for like motion design and whatnot, and making videos, of course, which honestly I might get into. But yeah. Thank you. But yeah. But yeah. Let's see here. What I plan on using, the programs that I mostly use is Maya, ZBrush, Substance Painter, Designer, Stager, and if I have to do any like pure like graphic work, like an icon or some shit, I'll just use Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, or sometimes InDesign. Those are programs that I use. But yeah, so we're also gonna cut out this guy's like weird antenna stuff. We're not gonna use that. His nose and whatnot. Perhaps it would be better to make it more bigger, right? Better yet, we can play with that, because if his eyes are going to be triangle-wise, we can play with that shape a little bit and make his nose also be like a triangle type of thing. Because one thing that I like to do with my characters is I like to give them all themes, you know? Some sort of theme. Or we can keep the nose as is, I don't know. I know I want to use some sort of shape detail, basically. But anyway, we'll get to that nose when we get to it. For his arms and whatnot, I don't want to use these arm band thingies or any of these other details, basically. I want his outfit to be purely made from what's around him, basically, right? So I'm thinking, instead of like this band here or whatever the hell it is, instead we're gonna make this thing out of sticks, basically, right? Here, let me get maroon red for sticks, right? Some sticks, right? And it will be held together with grass, vines, and whatnot, you know, so it's more like a primitive style shoulder guard, right? It'll do the same thing for his ankles and whatnot, you know, wrap it with vines, and for his clothing and whatnot, because I don't want him to be naked. That's not going to be too good for ratings, I guess. We're going to have a bendy stick, I guess, or a stick that already has a curve to it, and have that be his little belt, basically. And then for his clothing, it'll just be a bunch of, like, moss and whatnot. Some moss stuff going on here to match with his furry stuff, you know. Basically, we're gonna use the moss to make a little bit of a time difference. Because we could make the hair, right? And that hair could be, like, just its own thing, right? But we can expand upon that. We can actually use the hair particles as the moss, as if it's just part of the figure. Then I'm thinking up top here for his little, neck handkerchief type of thing here. It could literally just be a bunch of leaves, almost like a bird's nest. So, do this real quickly. So it's like, whoa, moss, straggly, stringy, whatever. I'm just gonna do this in pink. What? That over here as well. Call it whatever. Same for this. This is just for my reference in the future. Whenever I make any sort of references, I always do this, you know? Just like a very cheap style to basically have some sort of checklist, basically. So now I have all this, I know what I'm going to do. So these red bit... Here, this instead. So these... Let's go purple. So these red bits and whatnot... We're just going to put on here... Do not. As in, do not add. Do not, basically. We're going to call these down here... Stick. Moss. Pads. We'll call this thing right here moss vest. Here leaf scarf. Don't mind my terrible handwriting. And let's see here. And for the belts, different colors so we can have this thing be diverse. Gold. Stick. Whatever. Belt. I'm trying to be fancy with it. Alright, so this is going to be a reference, alright? We got him. Whenever someone asks me, are you scared about AI art taking over the world? Like, the chum bucket from, we call it a SpongeBob or some shit? Like, huh? Like, no, it's gonna be a tool. This is what it's gonna be. I mean, it's used as a tool to, like, make games like Power World and whatnot, right? But it can also be used as a tool for, like, doing God's honest work. You know, it's like, what the fuck? Alright. So now we got that in order. We have our concept here. Now let's go ahead and make ourselves a new folder. Or a new... actually, a new folder. So let's go back out of here and go into our monster folder. There we go. And I'm not sure if I'm going to call this a tree forest troll or whatever the fuck. I'm just going to call this a... Let's call it a forest troll. He makes his stuff out of stuff he finds in the forest. He's not too wise. He's kind of like a little child. But he's going to kill you, basically. Simple as that. Alright, so... Let's go ahead and give ourselves another... Actually, let me do this quickly. I'm almost wondering if I want to make a blocked out version in Maya before I do the modeling. Nah, we're gonna rough it out. We're gonna see what happens. Oh man. Let's see here. Dock. Nope. Let's go. Oh shit, one. Yo, let's do this. Do that. Go in. Go here. Do this. Gotta do new. In case we do want to have some sort of like blocked out mess here, I'll have that be like here in case, you know? Just in case. But I'm not too concerned with that right now. In fact, I do have stuff prepared for like whenever I'm making characters. Basically, I literally have a stockpile of like body parts. As I said, this is like Chainsaw Massacre or some shit. So we can theoretically make something with these pieces here. Tree roots, tree sapling, on. Is 3D Viewer going to be a pain today? Well, yes, it is. We're going to have to look at this from the inside. Alright, so... Cool. Well, we're not going to use these. But I might use these for his waist belt. I could definitely see myself using some of these at the very least. You know what? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and put all of these into individual meshes, and we'll call all of these tree roots. Let's go ahead and delete the history on that. We don't need it anymore. In fact, we don't need this entire folder anymore. So let's go back. Let's go to our monster. Where the hell is it? Go to our whoops, nope. These are references. Monsters, forest troll. Let's go ahead and put up here resources, so we know exactly what resources we're using. My resources, but you know, just so I can, like, you know, don't get mixed up with the FBX files. All right, so let's go ahead and add these in. Whoops. Cool. We'll call it just tree roots, because that actually might be. That might actually be pretty cool. Because imagine this, right? We have like this. Let's pull one of these out of here. So imagine we have something like this be his belt, right? And the belt has like these things poking out of it, right? It's very dangerous. This man is basically like a fucking porcupine. This man is not to be trifled with. Let's go ahead and do this, because I might actually end up making something I want to use. That's the beauty of modeling too. You end up like making things that you don't necessarily think you're gonna want to use or use in the future until you make it. It's like, huh. All right, so go ahead and do this. Whoa. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and alright. Move that. Go in. What I might actually have to do is like, or would be better, is if I literally were to just make this two branches just hooked together. That could work. Then again, this guy isn't going to be so huge. Like, this would literally work, probably. Just to do it like this. Then we just put on a smooth on here. Or whatever. We'll get to it when we get to it. Right now, we got this thing going. Let me modify this size here. Zoom. Cool. Alright. Now, give me something. Yes, cool. Great. Inserts. Let's go just cube. I'm not going to use the cube in the first place. Whoa. Right. Let's go ahead and import our branches real quickly. So we can just have those in here. Let's see. I feel like the most important part about making a model is literally just the start of it, you know? It's like... oh, come on. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's the start of it, but like... a part of it is like... having all your resources and whatnot in one spot, because you might not be thinking about using something at a certain time, basically, you know? I mean, I might decide that, hey... oh, fuck. Hold on. Cool. Awesome. So I might decide, you know, oh, these branches here, these points, they might actually be good for like a crown or some shit, you know? So if I have these here, I can like literally look at the corner of my eye and just visualize what the hell I'm gonna do with this shit. So let me do this real quickly, because my monitor is like the size of like everything. Hold on. Crop. Yes. Whatever the fuck. Distribution. It's been a long day. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so don't wait up for me. Go ahead and do it. Alright. Time for some bullshit. Alright. Because this guy is a monster, I feel like I have creative control to make this guy as messed up as I want him to be. Same time, I feel it's like I don't want to make him look so terrible. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a snake hook going and just start pushing this guy in. Oops, nope. Alright. Do that, do that, do that. Alright. Let's go ahead and just start. Let's go for a... nope. Build up. I want build up. Let's go ahead and just start working on the eye portion. It's going to be down here a little bit. In fact, let me go ahead and just... yeah, let's just make the structure. Then let's go ahead and get this going and give ourselves a nice space to work with. And his face is going to be very flat in the front. I want to be able to see his nose and his goddamn eyes at the same time, as if it's like as if it's just staring at you at a flat board, basically. And the bottom of his cheeks are like gonna be like right. Hold on. It's gonna be like right here, basically. So let me go ahead and instead of standard brush, let's go ahead and get ourselves the. You know what? Better yet, let's do something else. I'll add in the cheeks in a different way. Be a lot better than how I'm doing it right now. Alright. Time to really make this thing start going off. So let's go ahead and go down here to initialize, and I'll put everything at 8. 8. 8. Make a spear out of that. Go here, duplicate the spear, hide the spear. Now we have our brush, or small canvas, if you will. So now I'm gonna do this. Simple. All we're doing is just simply creating each piece of the face as different meshes, Then we'll diamond mesh everything together, subdivide it, or remesh it, and just smooth that out, and then add in like the more important details of like the fur and everything else. Which for the fur, I just purely plan on using image planes for that. Image planes, ID maps, that sort of thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and get a snake tool out. Oh, that's cactus. Where the hell did people come up with these names? The snake tool. The snake hook. Alright, we're gonna have a little bit of stretching here, but that's fine to me. Because I'm gonna be like these remeshings in the end anyway, so it's like whatever. The thing I care about the most though is the bottom parts. And making this look a little bit more natural. In fact, nope. Let's go ahead and go to here. Oh, nope. Dynamic. Yeah. This is what I'm assuming the cheek will look like when we dynamesh it. Or not dynamesh it, or zero mesh it. That's not what I want. This thing needs to be... Nope. A little bit more roughed in like that. As for the bottom part, we make his face a little bit more out. Like, let me change this up and go for NB or NPR shade. So let's go ahead and do this. Alright. I think the challenge will be to getting his head just right, honestly. Which, honestly, that's for a lot of characters. The head is usually the hardest thing to do, aside from hands. But this guy might be a little more challenging considering he's like a mythological creature type of thing. So I'm gonna do this. So his eyes are very close apart from each other. Very close, along with his nose. So we have this going on. This going on. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and increase the size of that. Sir, do that. Alright. A little bit more out there with his chin. What I could do instead is I could theoretically do a simple, like, box it out with like a simple plane. That's looking alright so far. I can very much see, you know, this would be like his grin would be, you know? And because this guy is going to be very much a furball, I gotta make sure that he fits the part. So we're going to make his like body structure underneath all that fur be a little bit more minuscule, so the furry bit can actually give him more character. Because if you ever seen Star Wars, wherever the hell, I haven't seen Star Wars, but those little guys, the bear-looking dudes, you know, it's like, you know, imagine if they were bald or had like less hair, you know, it's just like, they just look like little tiny trolls, basically. Alright, so Ewoks, I think is what they're called. Let's see here. Let's go and do that. Let's Let's give him a little bit of an under chin. It's important that we get the sides here, like, all, like, into the damn... Or get the sides of the individual pieces touching somewhere along the overall shape. That's very important. Alright, so... I'm gonna go ahead and get... Yeah, this brush will work, probably. Alright. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a Dynamesh. It's not going to do too much, but... Let's see here. Let's go ahead and take advantage of our ability to create shapes. Because I gotta make this thing triangle. Like, very much triangle shape eyelid, basically. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and do slice mesh. I'm gonna have to do a curve. Or a crease. No, that's not what I want. I'm gonna do this so we can simply have a nice little triangle section here. Not perfect triangle as in like, oh, just a flat all the way around, I suppose. On all sides of the eyelid. But just enough to really give it that character of like, this guy is a mythological creature, he's gonna kick my ass, he's adorable, but I don't want to go anywhere near this guy, you know? Character modeling. It's like, damn. Alright, here, hold on. Go and do that. Crease that. And I'll demonstrate what this does, because believe it or not, this is a learning channel. This is a channel for learning stuff. So now let me go ahead and get out of this. Right? Crease the the subdivision, right? Now we have that. And this will allow us to like create an eyelid there. If you really want to, we can literally just go ahead and go into crease, go ahead and do a little bit of a bevel, and make this thing more softer as we go, so we can actually have that realistic or that natural feel to it. But as of right now, we're just gonna go as is, and we'll modify it down the road. As of right now, though, because symmetry has a problem with like creasing and whatnot, I decided to crease without symmetry on, just to help myself out. So I'm gonna have to make sure that this character has, or the character that we make here is going to be like mirrored over. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do a soft form. Go ahead and do that. Whoops, nope. Do that. Because I plan on putting the eye in here, the eyeball, a little bit too early. Actually, keep the subdivide so we can actually see what it will look like when we have it probably done. So I'm going to do this already. Go ahead and get an eye ready. Let's go ahead and initialize it down to a spear. There was a spear, but I like using like low poly ones first. Because in the end, I'm going to have to apologize this. And looking at what it looks like as a low poly can often tell me what kind of normal maps I'm going to be using later on. Or what kind of normal maps. How I'm going to be using normal maps later on. So if that center point right there is the point, or is the eye, Am I happy with that being where it is? And right now, I'm not. Alright. Go ahead and do this quickly. Oh, go there. Alright. Let's do this, do that. I want to push it in a little bit more. I don't care if we, like, go off track with the eye of where it's at. I can always move it later. Just want to make the eye closer to the center. And we can zero mesh, but also keep the crease that we have here. I'll also go ahead and turning on subdivide, or not subdivide, the symmetry to have it be mirrored over to the other side. Should probably have to reflect it first. Cool. Alright. Now let's say this thing was going to be on the other side regardless. Let's go ahead and mirror. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and do that now. See what it looks like. It looks pretty off. Pretty horrible. But can work with that. Comes the rest of the model here. Alright. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to now cave his face in. Or better yet, just the top part of his face right here. So I can use our ball here. Put it up here. It'll all make sense in the end, don't worry. I can already feel a judgment. That looks nothing like the reference. Just we wait. Just you wait. Alright. Let's go ahead and put this on a subdivide or subdivide. Or dynamic subdivide. Let's go ahead and do this. Whoop. 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 It's kind of funny too. It's like a lot of times people, well, I think that's also what people kind of like mess up on in 3D modeling. It's like they don't. Well, 3D modeling takes a lot of like preparation work or thinking ahead, really. You know, and knowing what the hell you're gonna do. And my method here is literally just creating the face bit by bit. You know, just in small sections instead of the entire thing at once. You know. Some people do the same thing, but in some cases they'll just literally dynamesh things, which it can work. But my method, or my preferred method, is literally just making the face one bit at a time. One mesh at a time. Which, in my opinion, I find that allows me to have the most control over the character. And what happens. Alright, so go ahead and do this. Alright. go ahead and get the, where is it? Snake hook tool out. I so badly want to use fucking adaptive sculpt, but I don't want to do that just yet. Part of me is like, just wait, smooth it out later. It'll be fine. It'll be good. It'll be cool. All right, so we want to make his crown-looking head. We don't have to do this. Alright. Now let's go ahead and do, or give ourselves a polish. That's a little too much. Alright. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the snake tool out. Increase the size of that. Move that. Alright. Do that. Can we mirror this? Actually, let's do this. Move that to the side, and now let's mirror it. Oh, nope. Deformation, mirror. Geometry. Let's do that. Cool. Nope. Select that, Dynamesh. Cool. Alright. Alright. Let's go ahead and modify this thing. Go up with that. Yes, sir. Alright, let's modify this back part here. Let's go ahead and do cut. Nope. Alright, let's go ahead and do a little bit higher. Better yet, let's just go ahead and do a fucking... Go back. Let's do... dynamic trim. Let's do that. Alright. There we go. There's that. By making his face, I'm literally making his face first. Considering it's the most important part of his face. Or of his head. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do the... this thing, or the, this thing now. back on this, actually. It's not time to do it yet. It's not time. Alright. Alright. Alright, so now let's make this guy look a little bit more mean. That's what he's missing. No, I don't want that. He's mean, he's tough. He's fought through this goddamn forest for all of his goddamn life. But let's go ahead and do that, that one now. Go ahead and do this too. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh, we need that one, yes. That move tool. Alright. Let's go ahead and do it. This is basically his mouth, like right here. On. Like right here is literally going to be his mouth. Right around there. Be a little angry little guy. So now we need his face. We need to give this guy a forehead. Like a fucking fat forehead, basically. Which we're gonna use our where's the magnify? There it is. Cool. Do this. Alright. Okay. Let's go ahead and increase. Our preset bevel. Alright. Now let's go ahead and give ourselves a auto mask, back face, solo. Basically allows us to modify the topology without modifying what's underneath. That's in the eye thing here. God. Alright. Might actually be time to do a quick little not time yet. Alright, let's go. Eye is right there. Yes, sir. Oops, nope. Alright. Let's go ahead and give this thing a nice little mirror first. It's the eye, so I'm not too worried about if this thing is off yet. Alright, let's see here. Let's copy that. Alright. Put it down. There, yeah, let's just do this. Initialize. Nope. Spear. Is it? Yes, it is. It's gonna do that to me. Fuck it. Let me go ahead and go down to 2. There we go. Bam. Alright. Ooh. Alright. So his nose is basically kind of look like a dog. How it's kind of like a triangle at the end of it. Let's go ahead and remove this. Because his nose is also kind of like sticking out, almost like a Pinocchio-ish type of thing. Island. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Insert edge loop. Let's go ahead and give this thing a nice little bevel. Let's go ahead and swivel this little crease right here. Alright. Little nose gets angled downwards. Lip gets lipified, I guess. I don't know. Ooh. Cool. Coming together. Alright. I always say this too. The nose makes the character. Like, take a nose off of any character, and that character will look absolutely horrendous. The nose makes the character, remember that. It's not one of those, it ain't one of those things you commonly think about. But the nose works wonders. Look at this little guy. But whatever. So let's go ahead and do this quickly. I want to... Would it be best if I did do that? Hold on. Give me one subdivide. Give me a taste of what this will be like. I hate it. Okay. Let's go ahead and make sure that's on. Modify. No. It's your mesher. Let's go same. Oh wait, hold on. Protect edges. There we go. And let's go ahead and double it up. Alright. I like to do detect edges so I can really just kind of like show or see where everything's gonna be. Comes to the facial details. I don't mind smoothing it down because it's just gonna add to the detail that I add later. Because look at that shit. That looks fucking cool. I can already see the face coming along. Alright, so let's make it come along even more. So let's go ahead and do this. A little bit of eye wrinkles. This guy's been in the woods for a long time. Alright. Now his... You know what I could do? I could be lazy developer mode, right? Lazy developer mode and just simply make it to the point where, like, his beard hides his mouth, so I don't have to make a mouthpiece. I'm not gonna do that. I am gonna make a mouthpiece for him, but I could do that theoretically. Just go down that cheap route of, like, do I really want to make teeth for him or whatever? No. All right, I'll just make him I'll just make his mouth not present. Let me go ahead and do this. Alright, is it? Oh no, it's not. Cool. Awesome. No, do this one. No, I want that one. Alright, cool. Do it! Oh, that's about half. No, we're not doing that. Wait. Yeah, whatever. Just do double it. Double it or nothing. Cool. Actually, no. 2,000 polygons isn't gonna be too good. Or quads. Alright. Now we can simply... Where the hell is it? There it is. Nope. God. It's kind of funny. It's like the headset, or the headset, the monitor that I have is just so large that all the brushes are just so small. It's like the size of like a penny, basically. So if I miss anything, it's like, oh god damn it. So I gotta find it. Alright, now just to make sure that we're not doing this wrongly, let's go ahead and make a face mask, a back face mask of this. Because this guy is gonna have some interesting hair. Let's go. Alright. Yes. Oh. That's not right. Eh. Oh wait, we're doing that. Shit. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, cool. I was wondering why is it not doing anything. I realized, oh yeah, we're doing this. Doing the dynamic mesh stuff. Alright, so this guy is going to be looking interesting for a large minute. But for now, let's go and do this. Let me make the bottom part of his head. I'm a big believer in, like, smoothing everything out in the end. Because I like to, you know, play with the details. Oh, nope. We're gonna flatten this out. We're gonna basically make his shoulders right now. Alright. Now, for this, for the back of his head, basically, for this, I am going to turn off back face mask, and I'm going to go ahead and just do this. Going to go ahead and put on, yeah, whatever. Do that, so I have all, I can see everything. Turn on the Sculpt Pro mode. Turn off the that so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. And just start fitting it to the character. Fitting as in, like, making the back of his head. Alright. Little boy. Little dude. I don't know. I want this guy to be fucking adorable. Alright? I know that for sure. Alright? Adorable, but you know he's gonna kick your ass if you like, step up on him or some shit, you know? Adorable little guy. Adorable little dude. I don't know. A lot of the monsters that I'm gonna have in this project, or whatever, that I have in this project, are all gonna be very aggressive looking. I need to have some characters that look decently adorable, you know? That's important to me. This guy's coming along pretty nicely. I might make him a mascot for the stream thing. Who knows? Maybe we'll get emotes of this guy once he's done. He looks like he's a crack addict right now. That's his angry face. I'm gonna call it that. Angry face. Brr. You know? Whatever. So let's go ahead and modify this now. His little thing right there. Make sure that is... Yep, it is. Let's go ahead and modify it, or zero mesh it. Off of one side to the other side. Ooh! Nice, that's a very... I love that amount of... I love that polygon distribution. You can definitely work with that. I love that, it's beautiful. That's not beautiful, though. Told you can do that, okay. So... let's go and do this. That now, so not make his chin be so overpowering. Let's at least give him a little bit of leeway with his chin, basically, because this looks like this looks like it could be like a weird like mouth guard type of thing. So let's go ahead and get our flattening tool. Where is that? Over there. I feel like every time I open up ZBrush, they just move the brushes all over the place, just like it's some sort of prank. I'm like, what the fuck? Say, huh? Alright. So now that's all good and whatnot. Now I'm gonna have another ball thing made, or duplicated. This will be his under chin. Let me go ahead and put that down where it's gonna most likely be located. Yes, sir. Do that. Now we're gonna do another thing with the hook and oops. There's snake hook. There it is. Go ahead and turn that back on. Do this, turn off the polyframe thing so we can actually see what we're doing. Cool. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. That, actually, better yet, let me go ahead and just do the clay build up, yes. And let's tick off this thing right now. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Single that out. Move it in, move it up, do that. Abracadabra, Alakazam. Awesome. Alright. Now we can simply add it here without worrying about the back part of it. It'll literally just make polygons to sort it out, basically. Or smooth it out to like make it look more natural, I mean. Alright, so let's do this. Let's do that. Move the faces, or the chin over there. Alright. He's gonna have a very ovally face, but I don't want him to be so chipmunky, I suppose. Alright. We have that in order. Guy's looking sharp. Very aggressive. And for sake of this, this is going to be so fun to texture or to work with this character. By the way, these characters aren't coming out of the woodwork, basically. It's like all the characters that I've worked on are always going to be planned. Like planned characters, basically. Nothing here is out of a whim. Alright, so alright, that is... Let me go ahead and do one of these. Up. Alright, move that in there, because that's going to be the mouth. Cool. Move this out, puffy cheeks. There you go. Good look. Thank you, Nifty Moss. Yeah. Right now, this guy is going to be roughing this guy out quickly. Getting his figure in order before we start adding the more important details. But yeah, let's go ahead and do just adapt zero mesh. Cool. Sweet. Alright, now we can just smooth this out, put on a high intensity. But yeah. But yeah, most of my projects that I have in my ArtStation, they're all for this one game called Puppet Master. Game's out, it's doing great, I recommend it, it's awesome. But yeah, so let's see here. Add. Go ahead and get a clay brush. Do one of these. It kind of feel it feels so good working on your own projects, you know, because I'm like, I can do this all day long. I can mess this up and, you know, not gonna be too pressed. I can work on this. I can do this however long I want. Get the details done just right. You know, because it doesn't matter how long you got to make something, it'll get done. But there's always that thing where it's like, you know, things can have a lot more detail if you have X amount of time versus X amount of time. And because it's my own project and I'm not rushing it by any means, I don't have to, it's so relaxing. It's like, ugh, I don't gotta worry about someone coming in and being like, ugh, redo that. It's like, yes, I get to be a fuck up. I get to fuck things up now. No, let's see here. So I'm gonna do this. Magnify. Actually, no. Let's do inflate. Let's go and give this thing some inflation. That's what probably comes out. Thank you. Hope it does too. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and give this thing a nice polish. Polish that up. Let's move this thing inwards. Let's go ahead and give this thing a... Where is it? Yeah, I feel like everything always like moves on me. Polish. There we go. If we're not able to see the bottom lip or the under part of his face, do something right. This bottom part here. So let's go ahead and get the snake tool again. Oh, do this. As long as we're not seeing it at the bottom part, that's fine. The sides, though, we have to make it look not natural, but like give it a little bit more flair. Of course, we'll get on the texturing phase because a lot of what I'm doing, I'm like, call it I already have in mind what I'm going to do with this guy. We get down to the normal maps and whatnot. Normal, limited occlusion and whatnot. So working on the details of his like face and whatnot, like the wrinkles and whatnot, ain't too important to me right now. It'll help. But I also want to like choose at that point what I do with his facial features. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do the... What? I have an idea. This will be fine. However... Because this is what I'm working with right now. Hold on. So, I want to get this hair stuff going on, right? Not exactly to this, but, you know, very messy, basically. Maybe have some cobwebs in there, who knows. Basically, I want to do that, but I also don't want to have it be bind to this here, because I'll take away from the details around it, basically, or the smoothness. I feel like it would be a lot more better to do those binding details to the hair pieces with call it either, what was it? Either with a damp center brush or one of the cloth brushes or slashes. Some of the other right now, actually. Let's go ahead and do a crease. Edge, 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 Nope. Yep. Okay. It's cool. A lot of the details, like the creases and whatnot, indentation, I want to do that when I have more polygons to spare, basically. Right now, I can't do that here. Or can I? Hold on. Take me further. Insert point. We can do it like this. I'm not gonna be too bothered by this. Oh yeah. Thank you. I mean, it's a... To be fair, this is AI generated, but I'm using it as a tool as like to get like inspiration from. But I add my own notes to kind of defer on what I'm gonna add and take away. But yeah. So yeah, that's what we're working with. Let's see. Let's go ahead and give this thing a nice little randomness to it. Let's go ahead and slice mesh. Let's make sure this is not creased. Slice. Cool. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, what I'm going for is like a tree forest style gremlin type of thing. And the whole, for a project of, we call it, let's see, we kept the mystery, which is the gimmick of this channel, by the way. I'm working on something, a secret project that I'm not going to disclose the overall theme of, basically. Could be for an animation, could be for a game, could be for whatever the fuck, right? But it's not in a media that you would be thinking, basically. It's almost like how, what do you call it, it's almost like when a game comes out with a new... Right. Basically, yeah. It's almost like when a game comes out with a new... Or a company comes out with a new adaptation to a series, right? But people find out, oh, it's a cartoon, not a game. It's it's like one of those. It's like beyond everyone's expectations. That said... No, this isn't for a video game. This is something else entirely. Alright. Let's see here. A little bit down. I might actually make multiple versions of this little headpiece, because there's going to be multiple of these guys running around, right? In which I think, that being the case, it would be pretty... It would be a pretty common thing or natural thing if everyone had just like a different hairstyle, basically. Only thing is, though, I know everyone is gonna get the Jimmy Neutron hairstyle. I know that. I know that much. It'll be that secretive. So let me go ahead and do this. Make this guy some more hair strains and whatnot. Nothing too particular. I guess it would. Yeah. Exactly. Which is why I think it'd be best if I had all the hair pieces be separate, so I can just kind of like play with them. Do all types of stuff with them. Also, for rigging's sake, I also have to have the hair be like sticking outwards. I don't want to ruin it. There's also a thing too. I'm gonna have to rig this stuff up, but just know I mean, we call it a. The advertisement might be animated, but that's probably the only reason why I'm gonna have to have it rigged. I guess in every media, everything 3D modeling wise, if it has to do with a character, it's gonna be rigged at some point, you know? Especially if it's for like a project. I guess it's not really a hint, it's more like a, yeah, I'm gonna do the one thing everyone else is doing. Let's see here. Now show me. I'm gonna use. Actually, let me do this quickly. Do that. Tilt it to the side. Move that inwards. Do some of this. Do some of that. Cool. Alright. Then, I love how whenever I do a dynamic subdivide, we always have these weird wonky shapes, right? That end up, like, conspiring from all this. So, like, when you, like, go in and, like, modify the subdivide, or dynamic subdivide, it always looks like nothing to what you're expecting, basically. Here we just have a normal piece of hair, basically, that we're working with, basically. But we don't have it on, it's just a fucking antenna. And we could literally just salvage this guy's hair here and turn this guy into some sort of, like, android. It'd be some shit. Transformers. Which, to be fair, is exactly what the hell I've been doing. Been literally making humans and monsters and taking them and making them into a library of parts to use. In case I ever have to make another chess piece or whatever the hell, I don't have to start from scratch. All I have to do is literally just go in here, grab one of our chess pieces that I've already made, and just modify it to however we need it for the new character, basically. They're all basic models and whatnot to be modified, and saves a lot of time. But yeah. So, let's see here. It's good. Alright. Oh yeah. We have a lot of stuff, actually. I prepared so much for streaming, basically, because here's the thing. The characters and whatnot that I work on, that's like one thing, right? I can work on a character for like hours or weeks or so, and just stream just that, right? But some people might get bored of that, right? Because it's a slow process. So I have literally hundreds of other props or environments, characters that we can also work on. Switch things up a little bit, you know, get things to be more interesting. Got this guy going on to work on later or tomorrow or whatever. My favorite so far, though, is this guy. Kind of like a wild creature, basically. That guy, I cannot wait to get down to the texturing and rigging. It's gonna be hard, but honestly, challenging stuff is like what I love. Thank you. Yeah, we have characters, or humans, monsters, weapons, environments, vegetation props, all these things that I can use to like stream better content, you know? So we don't have to work on this all fucking the entire time for the next like 5 streams. We can just literally swap out to a new character, you know? So if there's a character or something that someone wants to see, like, hey, can you show me how to make a dragon or something like that, right? Bet, we have one. Someone asks us, hey, can you make a sword or some shit, or a environment or a tree? Bet, we have one. Let's go back to that prop. And the best part is, no matter what anyone asks, if I have it made, I can literally go back to that prop, work on it, and it'll contribute towards the overall project. I'm not opposed to like getting projects done like, you know, simultaneously. So it literally works out in everyone's favor when it comes to, you know, the content. But yeah, so let me do this quickly. So, give this guy a blockhead fever, cube it up. Now let's make what will be his little crown thingy here. I want it to be sticks, but I think what I might do is I might make this like the skin off a tree, basically, kind of like how some trees can have like these peeling parts to it. That's what I want this to be, his little crown thingy. Everything he wears is going to be purely made from something in the wilderness that he created or someone else created. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and actually just lower this down to like it's a cube. And just do that. So move that upwards, push that out. Do this. Poly loop. Do that. My method for like everything model-wise is to start basic and then just add details as you add more polygons, which is literally the actual standard method. But I literally make everything in parts, like individual meshes. To the very end, where I have to die mesh everything, group everything together, and then apologize. So that's where my process is right now. So let's go ahead and do this. Extrude. Do that. Whoop. Whoop. There you go. Do that. See, how long am I streaming? Okay. See if I can get this crown at least mostly done, or at least half done of the blocking part out at the end of the stream. Let's see here. I don't mind if we go a little bit longer so I can finish this. Alright, let's see here. Let's do that. Like like peeling tree bark. Actually, let me go up and get some reference for that. Hold on. Get some reference for that stuff. Peeling tree bark. Give me images. Basically, something like this is going to be like on his forehead. Like these little strips. That's that's going to be his forehead, basically. His little crown, basically. Kind of like if you ever like imagine a kid, right? They're in preschool, whatever the hell, they make a paper crown. They call themselves the king. That's what this creature basically is. It's basically just a kid who can kill people with sticks and rocks. But yeah, so let's go ahead and give this thing a nice little curve upwards. Oh, like we had multiple masks. What I kind of hate about like the ZBrush experience is like a lot of times things can like mess you up if you're too tired. It's like, goddamn, that right there was just messing me up. It's like, is it all masked? Let me go ahead and put this on a NBR shade. Let me go ahead and put this on a double so I can see on both sides. Sweet. Alright, now let's go ahead and do this. Let's actually remove the modifier to 1. I don't care if it's not the same polygroup just yet. Work on that later. But let's single this thing out. Do that. Mask. Yeah. We'll have one side going out and the other side going in. That way, when we have our dynamic subdivide, we have this nice little groove coming up here, you know? Because the whole idea is to make this thing look as natural as possible. It's like a forest environment, so I really want to go down on that. Go down on the natural wildlife details. So, which, by the way, this is going to be held together. All this is going to be held together by tree sap. Oh, it is. 3D modeling is so complicated. It's so technical. But I love it. It's so technical, and I don't know why. I just love doing it because it is. Especially when you really start to know what you're doing and how you're doing it. It's like, I can do so much with this ability that's just so flawed. Like, almost like, half the time, nothing makes sense. You wonder why it makes sense, but you don't question it. You just roll with it and make tools with the things that make no sense. It's like, you know. Oh yeah. Love it. I always want to go into art, like, indefinitely, basically, which I have. I already have the job that I want, but I want more. So here I am, working on this stuff. Ooh. But yeah. I don't know. A part of me was like, I want to work on games. I worked on games. Now I want something else. It's like, yeah, we did it. Worked on my first game. It was a pretty cool experience. I'm still working on the game, but, you know, it's still becoming a pretty cool experience. But it only made me want more. It only made me, my thirst for creativeness just burrow into more hunger. It's like, I gotta have more. see here. Looks good. Let me just quickly. Let me lower this back part here. Whoop. There we go. Lower that. Move that up. Yes, sir. We'll probably lower this thing. Better yet, we can literally just have... Actually, no, it'd be... We can crease the top here and the bottom part here and have this be... like, of the normal size we have right here. Or better, I don't know. We'll cross the bridge when we get to it. As of right now, I want to use one of the sticks that I have. Alright, let's see here. Single it out. Yes, sir. Move this thing out of the way. This could work. Alright. Whoa. Don't do that. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and duplicate it and attach it. Yes, sir. We use this to literally bind the hairpiece together, basically, as if this is just, as if the paper part, I'm gonna call this the paper of the tree, as if the paper of the tree is being held to his head by tied together sticks. All right, it's gonna be very unique. In fact, we could play on this. We can literally make like this portion here. Let me do this first. Let me save it. Forest Troll. Monster. There we go. Cool. But yeah, so I can literally play on this, right? And I can have like this weird funky part like literally be like almost like antlers in a way to the side, like right here basically, you know? Look to the side, he has these weird things going on the side of his head. And to make it more apparent from the side, or whatever, do this quickly. Deformation literally sometimes crashes ZBrush, so I'm gonna be extra careful with this. Let's go ahead and inflate. Nope. It can work. Smooth it out. Awesome. Now, let's go ahead and do a... Let's do that. And I really want to make this thing less thin. Let's go ahead and do back-facing brush. Go along the sides. Do all of that. And smooth it out. Cool. Alright. Now we can go ahead and get our snake hook tool, and I want to at least... I want to do this actually here. Because this is going to be a very... I want this to be as unique as holy hell. So it'll be like... Are they crafty enough to make fiber rope or twine? We could do that. With the snake hook tool, we can probably do that. I mean, for the monsters, I mean, keep on thinking to myself, yeah, I can do that. Like, wait, what? For these people, these monsters, would they be crafty enough for that? The whole idea of the world these guys are going to be living in is that these people are a part of Mother Nature. These people have been around for decades, basically, you know? Or centuries. So, I think they would, but I think it'd have to be a little bit in the span of disbelief type of thing. I don't know. These guys are going to be very primitive. Everything they do is going to be made from like sticks and logs, basically. This is basically Flintstones, but trolls. Instead of going into all the holes and trying to fill them up individually, let's do this. Or close holes. Okay. God, it's a blessing and a curse to have a 34-inch monitor. The curse is that where the tools are over here, yeah, the tools are over here, it's like 2 feet away from me. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, nice, thank you, Dimas, for the follow. But yeah, the tools are like 2 feet down from my monitor, from where for where I'm sitting. So it's like, every time I want to like hit something over here, I have to like lean over and be like, okay, we have holes, insert mesh, delete hidden. It's like, okay, what do we got? Oh, that's weird. I bought a 34-inch monitor because I figured, you know what? I could use the space. Turns out the space didn't need me. But yeah, I'm gonna do this. So, at the same time, I want these people to be crafty, but also kind of dumb in how they craft stuff, you know? Like, no shot at being, we call it, having their builds be counterproductive, or have their builds be productive in a way. Like, they're going to be using too much resources for too many things. Because they don't know. I feel like if you were to have a generation of monsters in a world, which, by the way, I'm not afraid. This isn't part of like the what I'm trying to keep hidden. I don't mind if I talk about the monsters or the world these people are going to be a part of, because it really doesn't like reveal too much of like what's going on. So, in the world of Oog, the place these people are from, which is the place where all the monsters I'm working on are from. It's not like some like multi-world thingy. The monsters have been around for like since the dawn of the era, basically. And these humans, these people, they have made villages and whatnot. They basically live among the monsters, basically. Like, they don't have animals like we do. Their animals are monsters. More vicious, more creative, more crafty, more dangerous, basically. So imagine a world without any of the animals you know. But all those animals have been flipped into monsters. And of course, the people in the world, they don't, like, they live with these monsters. They don't like know what a dog, cat, or chicken is. Like, the monsters they see are literally like the culmination of like what would happen if you combine like an alligator and like a tree zombie, basically. It's like these conglomerates of like how the fuck did that happen, basically. And the reason why it happens is because of the natural, well, it's almost like how we have global warming in real life. Only thing is, when they have global warming, or their version of global warming in the story, it makes monsters. instead of like causing something to go extinct. So it's like these people, they are using magic, alchemy, and all this other stuff, right? Thanks, Bobby. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, these people use their magic abilities instead of like causing like a heroic save the day situation. Oh, nice. Kind of sandwich. Kind of sandwich, Bobby. But yeah, instead of like saving the day or like doing things for the better of the good, they end up making the world so much more worse. Mm-hmm. Peanut butter and pickle. I heard of that actually. Okay, that reminds me of who had that sandwich in mind? God. I remember that sandwich before. Elvis. That's right. That's the dude who decided to come up with that idea. I haven't tried that before. I might do it. By the way, so we're gonna figure out and a ham. Nice. My opinion, alright. Turkey's fine depending on how you make it, right? But I feel like if I had to pick anything on a sandwich, it's gonna have to be like either chicken or just chicken, honestly. Like turkey and whatnot, waste of time, in my opinion, alright? Gets canceled? No. But yeah. It's kind of funny what I want to turn this 3 sandwich thing into. I have a Discord server right now that I'm working on. Nobody's a part of it. I'm not gonna put out an invite until it's ready. But basically, there are tier lists to become a full 3D sandwich, right? You start off as the bottom bun, and as you talk in the chat, you get level ups, right? And as you level up, you get new roles, and new roles allow you access to more things, right? You get most of the privileges at the start, but as you go, you get more privileges, like access to unlisted videos or some shit, you know, of like failed models that I work on. Because, you know, sometimes these characters, they ain't always a success. Giant turkey leg in your good. Oh yeah, that is an exception. I was thinking too. I made like these amazing steaks a couple days ago. Nice Japanese sauce on there, sea salt, marinated some garlic and some olive oil, and some hot sauce and whatnot. It was fucking amazing. Sometime this week, I want to make a couple like turkey legs for me and the family. Because it just sounds great. It sounds amazing. I'm living up to my inner Ron Swanson. But anyway, the Discord server. Once I get it ready, and we have enough people in the chat, basically, or a part of this community, we're gonna have sandwich tier lists, alright? Sandwich tier lists and sandwich levels that people can obtain, right? You start off as the bottom bun, and as you go, you eventually become a full 3D sandwich. It sounds stupid, but it might be funny. It sounds so stupid, but I'm all for it. Alright, let's see here. Let's work on the other side of his head. But yeah, there's like 8 levels. You have what was it? You have bottom bun, burger, wafer, 3 peanut butter. Oh yeah. You know what? I mean, we could make a specific goal thingy in mind, right? Because I'm not. I mean, eventually I'm gonna have to make a 3D sandwich. Eventually, right? Eventually on stream. That sandwich that I made was made like 2 years ago, and so it's like it's old, and it has the skills that I had 2 years ago. So whatever the hell I make now would be vastly better. But I don't want to wait on that because I feel like to make a sandwich is going to be a big part of the channel, basically. Big enough to warrant some sort of meaning behind it, you know? Like, if we reach like 1,000, if we reach like 100 followers, right? We could add, like, for every follower that I have, upon getting to 1,000 followers, just add on another layer of like cheese or pickles or whatever the hell. Everyone gets to be a topping that I add to the sandwich, basically. It will just make some conglomerate bullshit. I don't give a shit if like 5 people want to be the bottom bun, or if 10 people want to be the pickle. Have the thought that each person is an ingredient of a sandwich, and we get 3 sandwich. Yes. That's what we'll do. It'll be so dumb, but I think it'll be so memorable, you know, for the community. Cause it's like, at no point do I ever mean to, you know, like be like, oh, a stickler for like the we call it for like, you know, growth. Mostly, I'm in this for the community. You know, because it's like, you call it. Because I feel like a lot of people who want to get into art, I feel like it'd be very beneficial if there's a place or some sort of community that would just be made for them, you know? Because you have communities on Twitch for, like, gaming and other stuff, right? But how many of them are for art? I'm pretty sure there's some. Don't get me wrong. But I want to have my own. They put a twist on that. So therefore, some people call their viewers or their followers certain names based off of whatever their channel theme is, right? So eventually I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna call all of you guys. And I want to make it sound absolutely absurd, alright? It's gonna be absurd, don't worry about it. Fucking... we call it exactly. What I hope people do is, like, in the future, I hope people just, if they want to, just turn on my stream, listen to some music, listen to me ramble on about random ass bullshit, and just chillax, make some art. I mean, the whole about section in my, or my whole, like, description for my channel is, called, chill, wait, what the hell was it? Hold on. I forgot. It was something catchy, I think. Let me go check what it was. We chill, we chat, we craft. We chill, we chat, we craft. 3 W's. But yeah. We chill, we craft. We chill, we craft, we chat. Scripted mountaintops. But yeah. I have to figure out what I'm going to call my community. Because I don't want to call everyone the 3 sandwiches. That sounds wrong. It doesn't sound too catchy. What I was thinking, we'll hash out the name later. We have a larger portion of the community, or a large community in here. Because I feel like it'd be a lot better if we just had a wide poll discussion, right? Of what to call the viewers and the followers. But the idea that I'm circling around is calling you all the sliders. You know how you have like little sliders, basically? That sounds like some sort of term. The sliders. Imagine that, right? End of every stream. Thank you to all my sliders who decide to slide in, and that works. I think that would work. Imagine that though. I just end of stream, end of video. I just like thank you to all my sliders that came in and slid in and followed or whatever. That sounds so stupid, but I'm all for it. Y'all are my sliders now. Oh god. Perhaps. You know what? Maybe not that one then. I don't know. We'll figure it out in the future. Sliding just sounds. We could make that into something. Slider, sliding into. I don't know. It'll be a thing that we work on in the future. Once we have a bigger community, of course. But I want to like make a decision on something community-wise when I want to do that like when we have like Hoagie Hive Mind. Oh my god. Hoagie Hive Mind. The Hoagies. Where's my pen? I need to write this stuff down. Hold on. I'm legit writing all this down. We're getting these ideas in. I love this. Alright, hold on. So we got... the sliders, the Hoagie Hive Mind, I'll start like making a list of names that people give suggestions to, and eventually when we have a decent amount of people, we will all make a decision together on what we'll call chat. Because everyone calls their fucking chat, and I feel like y'all are too special for that stuff. This is a different kind of Twitch channel. We do things here now. But yeah. See here. Alright. Duplicate. And let's go ahead and mirror this thing. Mirror it and start moving this to the side here. Now let's go ahead and let's give this thing a nice loop. We do things. We do things, yeah. I could imagine. Imagine instead of like going online and like dissing someone in a game or like challenging someone to a game. Imagine if it was like an art battle, right? It's a bunch of dumbasses on fucking Twitch just challenging people to an art battle. It'd be dumb, but it'd be so fucking funny. It'd be such a good time. I'd be all for that. Just go to someone's Twitch channel, you know, or someone's chat. Top of the lung, scream at them. I challenge you to an art battle. Used to do that all the time back in high school with my friends in animation class, or our college animation class. Just every day, it would be a case where we would just sit down, it would be like free time or some shit that we have our work done or some crap, and we're bored. And one of us would be like, anyone want to start an art challenge? Which basically consisted of two people going head to head, making whatever the hell they can given the amount of time specified. And you have a third person there to be the judge. Now the gimmick was that you were not given nearly enough time to make anything. So it made everything look a lot more shittier, but that's what made it fun. It's kind of like those 10-second, 1 minute, 10-minute challenges, you know? It's like, it'll get better, but, you know, if it's like in a 3D modeling or art standpoint, if you do anything in like, if you want to put in any details in like a minute or 10 minutes, you know, it is just nearly impossible. But that's what makes it fun. And I think that would be pretty cool to do. Maybe in the future. That would be pretty cool, actually, you know? Get a Discord server going up and whatnot, everyone's streaming. Everyone can be streaming whatnot. Live on stream, have two people do an art battle. Claim top prize of rolling up to the next roll in the Discord server as the pickle. Oh, the big cheese. That's what she'll be fighting for now. Imagine that. Oh my god. Imagine that is how you rank up in the server. You have to beat someone in art to rank up to the next sandwich topping. Imagine that. Decent fairy tale style like ranking system, you know. Someone becomes a rank S pickle, or rank S tomato. I would love that. I would absolutely ride with that shit. Yeah. Well, the thing is, yeah. I think because of the fact that like the challenges would be short and be like 10 minutes long, I feel like everyone really has a chance to like, you know, come with an equal amount of skill basically, because I can't do shit in 10 minutes, alright? I can't do nothing in 10 minutes. I can probably make a unique small item, but if it's like a big project, like if it's like a sword or whatever the hell, that's already a very clear-cut model as is. But in 10 minutes, that's just unfeasible to me. But yeah, let's see here. Alright. Save that. Alright. We come... So... Got some bad news, gang. My time here is up. As in I have to get off. God. I might actually change the schedule from like 3 hours to 4. Right now I actually have to go and cook food for the family, but you know, I want to see what I can do to like start this up like an hour beforehand, or hour before I usually come on here. So thank you to everyone who Here, let me see here. That's me and you too. Here, let me see here. Let's try out some of these names real quickly before I go. All right, or one of them at least. All right. Thank you to the Hoagie Hive Mind for stopping by. Thank you to the Hoagies that follow. Thank you to the Hoagies that stay in the future and watch the VOD afterwards. I'll be posting this on YouTube probably, if I get that up. Posting a lot of shorts of these Twitch streams and whatnot up on YouTube probably. I'll link that soon in the About Me section. Other than that, it's been fun. See ya.